let's have a quick look onto the learning objectives. Now, what are learning objectives? Learning objectives are the topics that we are going to study in this chapter. Okay? See, topic number 1 is economic and non-economic activities. After that, we'll be learning about the concept of business, profession and employment. Then the characteristics and objectives of business, role of profit, classification of business activities, meaning and types of industry, meaning of commerce, role of commerce, classification of commerce, meaning, nature and causes of risk. The next one, history of trade and commerce, major trading centers, and the last, position of Indian subcontinent in the world. So basically there are 16 topics, right, that we need to understand in this chapter. So let us start with the first topic. What is the first topic? The first topic is the economic and non-economic activities. So students, first tell me that in order to live in this world, every human being has to satisfy his or her needs, isn't it? And in order to satisfy those needs, what does those humans do? They do some work, they do some activity, and that activity or such activities which a human being does in order to satisfy his need, they are known as human activities. Clear? I repeat myself. In order to fulfill those needs, they means the human beings, have to perform some or the other activity which are known as human activity. Very simple concept, right? Now as you can see a chart below, it is clearly seen that the human activities can be classified into two types. First one, economic activities. Next one, non-economic activities. Isn't it? Now by this we come to the meaning of economic activities and the meaning of non-economic activities. What are those? Economic activities are those activities which are done or which are performed with the objective of earning some money or earning some profit. Understood? So any activity which we perform and we think that by performing that activity I can get some money, I can earn some money, that will be termed as a economic activity. For example, suppose Mr. Ram runs a bakery shop. Okay? So he is running a bakery shop, that means he is selling breads, cookies, wafers, etc. whatever is there in his shop, and in return of that he will get some money, he will charge the price from his customers and make profit out of that. So any activity, I repeat myself, any activity which is done with the objective of earning money, that is called as an economic activity. Clear? Now economic activity has three types: businesses, profession and employment. Now what are the meanings for each of these? We will be learning in the next topic just after this, right? So till now you just understand that economic activities are those activities concerned with earning money, concerned with earning profit. Simple. And it has three types. Okay? Moving on to the next type of human activity. Remember, human activity has one more type, non-economic. So we are moving to the non-economic activities. What are non-economic activities? Non-economic activities are just the opposite of economic activities. Here we do not want to earn any money. Here we do not have any profit mind. What happens over here is just the motive of some satisfaction, some mental peace. Right? Suppose we are doing some charity. Do we do charity to earn money, or do we have a profit intention there? Definitely not. Why do we do charity? Because it satisfies us. It satisfies our mind. It gives peace to us. We feel good. Isn't it? So any such activity which is not done with the profit motive, but with the motive of some psychological or mental satisfaction, that is called as a non-economic activity. As economic activity, non-economic activity also has some classification. What are those? Region, parental and social. Region, what can come in region? Think going to a temple, going to a church, going to a mosque. Right? So we go there. Why? For attaining self-peace, for attaining self-satisfaction. So that is an example of religional non-economic activity. The next one, parental non-economic activity. What do we mean by parental non-economic activity? All those activities which our parents do for us. Our mother cooks food for us. Our father buys some gifts for us. Okay, they do not expect money in return. It is just that they feel happy when they do such things for us. Isn't it? So, those activities will also come under parental non-economic activity. Okay? And the last one is social non-economic activity. Social non-economic activity, I gave the example. Which one? Charity one. Performing any kind of charity, working for any NGOs. Okay? Those all will come under the social non-economic activities. So this is all about the human activities, its classification and subclassification also. Now let us carry forward our discussion and move to the next topic. As you all can see, what is the next topic? The next topic is business, profession and employment. What is business? See, the first two words itself says that business is a economic activity. Now, why is business an economic activity? Because in business, what do? We purchase goods from someone, or rather we produce goods on ourselves and sell those goods or sell those services to a second party. Right? But do we sell at the same price? No, definitely our selling price will be higher than our production price. Why? Because in our mind we have a motive of earning profit. Isn't it? Therefore, as the motive of profit comes over here, or as the money making concept comes over here, business automatically becomes a economic activity. Clear? So let's read what's written here. Business is an economic activity. Why? Because it is concerned with the production, purchase, sale and distribution of what? Of goods and services, and most importantly with the objective of earning profit. Clear? Okay. Now the next one is profession. What is profession? Or before we go into profession, think of one profession in your mind. See, there are so many professions around us. We can have lawyers, we can have doctors, chartered accountancy, isn't it? So these are the different professions. Now, what are these professions? I mean, what qualities or what skills do we need to become these professionals? We need some special knowledge. We need some special skill. And if we possess those special knowledge and special skill, then only we can get into that profession. Isn't it? Like for doctor, can anyone become a doctor? No. He or she has to pass the MBBS, then only he can become a doctor. Take another example for becoming a chartered accountant. There are a sets of exam, there are a sets of internship where we need to improve our skills, we need to understand the practical world, and once we get those knowledge, once we are well acquainted with those skills, we can enter into that profession. Right? So what is profession? Profession is also an economic activity. Such an economic activity which requires special knowledge, which requires special skills. And those skills and knowledge are applied by persons holding it, the individuals, in order to earn a living. That means the skill or the knowledge that is held by the doctor, what does a doctor do with it? He uses that skill in order to earn a living, in order to live a happy life, earn some money, isn't it? Got profession's meaning? What is a profession? A profession is an economic activity in which the person or the individual, he has to have a special knowledge or a special skill. Clear? And the last one says employment. Now what is employment? See, when we are learning about employment, there comes another two words whose meaning is very important for us to understand. One is the employer, another one is the employee. Okay? Now who is the employer? The employer is the boss. And who is the employee? The employee is the person who is working. For example, I work in a school, right? So I work there, I am a employee of the school. Okay, I am an employee. And who's my boss? The management, the school is my boss. So that is the employer, right? Understood these two concepts? Okay. Now in employment, what happens? The employee works for the employer. And what does the employer do in return? The employer or the boss, he gives some remuneration or he gives some salary to his employees. Understood? Now, can we term employment as an economic activity or not? Yes, of course we can term, because when a person is working for his employer or his boss, he has a thing in mind that I will be getting salary or I will be paid, isn't it? That is why he is working. So again here comes the concept of money, involvement of money, and that is why employment is also an economic activity. Let's read what's written. Employment, economic activity where an individual, now who is this individual? The employee works regularly for another person. Now who is this another person? Employer, right? And gets remunerated in return. So this person working for this person and this person giving him remuneration, giving him salary. Okay, what is the example provided here? Example is working in offices, working in bank. You can also put teachers, we teachers work in a school, right? So these all will come under employment. So these were the three concepts which I wanted to explain you, right? And do not forget that these three are also the types of economic activities. Remember, while explaining economic activities, I told you that we'll be learning the meaning in the next part. So this was it. What was it? Economic activities has three parts: business, profession and employment. And what are the related meanings to each of the term? This also we have learnt over here. So that is all for today. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.